Hello Libra and welcome to my channel Green Line Goddess Tarot. This is your weekly reading and I just got the words go wild. Go wild. It's like you were going, ah, and, screaming for excitement, which is, it's actually a really fun, when someone tells you some good news and you just go, I'm so excited for you. Not everybody reacts that way, but just imagine that was like a reaction, that reaction is equivalent to how you might feel. Not everyone outwardly does that, but I just feel like there's something that you're going to go a little bit like there's squeals of excitement, going wild energy, which is really nice. So we do have Venus moving into your fellow air sign, Gemini. So this is where it's going to have a positive effect for you guys because you're an air sign as well. And this Venus is going to be a bit chatty, a bit flirty, a bit more sociable, or at least having some interesting conversations with people that are going to have an impact because then that energy of Venus is sextiling Jupiter in Aries, which is like they're having a little conversation. You do have to activate this though. And then it's like you have to decide, this idea could be something that could be something bigger. Are we going to decide to do this? Is this bigger and better? And it could feel really exciting, but it's like there's a choice here to activate it, like I said, and there's somebody else involved. There's a conversation here, whether you're doing this with somebody else or whether it is quite literally, it could even be happening to a partner for you or somebody that you're close to, that this would have an impact back on you as well. So, and it could just be around it, like it could be a conversation with somebody at work and suddenly you're like, yeah, I'm going to do that. So it's just got that sense of it can trigger something bigger in you, this chatty Venus. And it can be very flirty. It can be the start of something as well if you're looking for a bit of passion or romance. But we've got the Hanged Man, patience and perspective. This is interesting coming in for you, and it's kind of like looking at something from a very different point of view, quite literally. Interesting. The Hanged Man, patience and perspective. I want to pull some more cards because I'm getting a few different things for that, and I just want a little bit more clarification because I do feel like it's like there's been something that has been in the balance. There's something that's potentially been hanging between you and somebody else, or something that's been hanging in the air there, or an idea that's been hanging around, or even a misunderstanding that's been hanging around, because this is often about looking at from somebody else's point of view. But I do feel like that's all about to shift and change. We've got Cup 7, Moon Scorpio, and Pentacle 4, Mercury Capricorn. So the Pentacle 4 Mercury Capricorn is when somebody has internalized something and not wanted to move forward because they've been scared. Now, I'm not necessarily getting this as you. It might be the other person, or it could be you. But we've also got Cup 7, Moon Scorpio. But there's options now. This thing has been hibernating, the Hanged Man. There's been a sense of there's been a lot of patience. You've been gaining perspective, seeing things from different angles. And now you're possibly getting the message that this thing that you've been sitting on or sitting with, an idea that you've been sitting with, and especially we're in Cancer season as well, so it can be a lot to do with how you're feeling about something or someone. So it's like you've just been sitting with these energies and it's been in suspension in a way. It's like now there's a whole heap of options about moving forward here, and it's cycling around. It's a sense that it's now's the time for this to kind of start shifting and changing and to move forward. So whatever it is, the Hanged Man can be where something's felt a bit stagnant as well. Like there hasn't been much happening. Maybe it's something you've been thinking about or you've been just feeling it out. But now it's like, it feels like it's all about to shift and change. So interesting. And I do feel like there's another person involved here with this. We've got the Ace of Cups. We love it. Okay, the birth of new feelings, the birth of love, the birth of joy, the birth of healing coming in. The Nine of Wands, but this person's giving it side eye. the wounded warrior is going, I don't know if I trust that this Ace of Cups is going to come in and heal some of my wounds. So could be a bit tired. So some of it could be bringing some healing around energy levels and fatigue, or something that, like the wounded warrior, is something you've been struggling with quite literally. And that's where it's felt like the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man can sometimes feel like a bit of a punish, like you just felt a bit cursed or punished in life around something. The Six of Cups. So this is nice. So this is where there's potentially this is, somebody from the past or an issue from the past coming back, but it's also wanting to bring in more harmony within relationships, which is really nice. And we've got the Three of Cups, so you're going to be celebrating. Okay, you're going to be celebrating this. Even though part of you's got somebody's got side eye here, it's all like, oh, okay, this feels nice, happy. Harmony coming back, which is really nice. And we have the Four of Cups again, like this person's looking at it going, I'm not sure about it. I'm really not sure. So there's something on offer here that it's like 1 minute you're happy, 1 minute you're celebrating, next minute you're like, oh, I don't know if I'm not sure about it. Should I be this happy? I don't know. And we have the Eight of Swords because it feels like there's been limitations, restrictions around this, or because the Hanged Man feels like, where you've been stagnant or nothing has been happening. Perhaps there's been limited forms of thinking where this is you or the other person, and suddenly it moves forward and it feels like you're kind of freeing yourself from that in a way, but it's like parts of you can't necessarily either believe it, or you're just not sure whether you should be opening to it as yet. There's a lot of cups here. So we can see there's Four Cups and the Seven of Cups. We've got Ace of Cups, Six of Cups, Three of Cups, Four of Cups, Seven of Cups. So a lot of, we are in Cancer season. The water, the feelings are coming through. So a lot of feelings. It might be quite the journey, the emotional journey that comes in around this. But ultimately, you've got some nice energies with the Three of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. So I do feel like this is actually something from a nice energy from the past that is here to be celebrated. So it could actually be the Cup 7 is like looking at a whole heap of different options here. And the Three of Cups can be quite literally that you went out partying too much, and the Four of Cups can be the hangover, quite literally the Hanged Man, like it's like, and the Eight of Swords, I don't want to go out, I'm feeling really restricted, and that could be something. But it's obviously not going to be for all of you, but I just feel there's a part of you that is not as open and receptive to this nice new energy that comes in emotionally, just because you've kind of a little bit suspicious or unsure of it when it comes in. So there is something really nice being presented in terms of a connection, potentially someone from the past coming back, or feelings that you had of celebration and happiness that from the past returning. So yeah, interesting energy, Libra. So I would say there's something to celebrate, but whether this is you or somebody else, you're not going to be sure of it. But we've got Shark is coming in. So this is, again, the element of water, which is kind of like trust your instincts. The Shark is very instinctual energy, and when you know something is right, or you just get that instinct that this is something you've got to go for, you've got to go for it. There's no sitting around going, oh, I don't know if I want it or not. With the Four of Cups, it's the Shark is saying, if you like it and it's making you feel like this Three of Cups, really happy, if it's bringing happy and harmony in, then go for whatever is coming in here, whatever's being unblocked from a restricted or stagnant energy. So, yeah, it's interesting, the Shark energy, quite literally. But I kind of get there's going to be hesitation, but to go for something. So, yeah, and it's very much to do with, I get friends or relationships. It's all to do with opportunities around that, around connection, around joy, around love, opportunities that might be coming up for them as well, not only you, but that might be precipitating some feelings within yourself. Maybe you're celebrating that somebody has got a really good job, but it does mean they're moving away. So part of you's like, I'm happy for you, but at the same time, I'm not happy. Like the Four of Cups, I'm celebrating, but at the same time, part of me wishes you weren't going. So it can be a little bit bittersweet like that in a way, but this might be you. This opportunity might have come in for you, and that's what I'm getting. It's like either way, it's blurring the lines between whether it's you or somebody else. Somebody's kind of gone for something, and it's paid off. There's celebration around it, but there's a sense that there's a bittersweetness to it in a weird way. It doesn't feel like anything particularly dramatic, like in a bad way. It's nothing particularly bad, but it could have that element to it. Not necessarily for all of you, but it could. But it's just a sense that there's something really fantastic that's on offer here, and the universe with the shark is saying go for it if this opportunity is coming your way. And I do think if it's somebody else getting an opportunity, like just say your best friend gets you're both single and suddenly your best friend meets somebody, it's kind of reflecting back to you opportunities things that are on option here with the Cup 7, opening you up to new possibilities. So it's mirroring back to you, and it doesn't have to be those specific examples. You can apply it to anything, but if this is you with somebody that you really care about getting a really great opportunity and you're feeling like, oh, I'd like that too, then the universe is saying, well, there's options with the Cup 7. So have a look at your own options. So either way, I think there's something really lovely to celebrate with the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Swords. Sometimes this is a surprise because you can't see it. The Eight of Swords is like the blindfolds is on, and the Eight of Swords is like, surprise, something's coming. And then the blindfold's taken off and your Nine of Wands going, what? I wasn't expecting that. So it's like a surprise party. The lights have come on and you're like, what? Wasn't expecting it. But at the same time, it's fun, it's happy, it's a celebration. And then it's kind of like at the end, okay, that was really fun. But there's a little bit of like I said, that the Four of Cups can be the hangover energy after it. So I do feel like there's something fun to celebrate coming in, and yeah, it's quite the journey. But that's it, Libra. I think it's really nice. So that's it. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and take care.